To introduce the Distinguished Dairy Cattle Breeder for this year, I'd like to call on Jimmy Hufford, who received the award in 2012. Jimmy?
Thank you very much. It is my honor and that of National Dairy Shrine to recognize Siemers Holsteins as the Dairy Shrine's 2025 Distinguished Dairy Cattle Breeder. This award is given to a progressive dairy breeder who excels in managing their dairy herd based on genetic and business principles. Siemers Holsteins is a generational Wisconsin dairy that has done a tremendous job developing high-quality Holstein genetics throughout its history. Please join me in watching a video that highlights their accomplishments.
Every family has got like a start or a story that propelled them or made things go. And I had a great-great-grandmother whose husband died and was farming with a couple sons. And they had, when they were threshing over lunch hour, they had gone in for lunch and it all caught on fire. The barn caught on fire, everything was gone. And the insurance company didn't want to pay. We had to sue, well, back then. And back then, what's interesting is a woman couldn't even own a farm or do the lawsuits or do whatever. So it all had to be through these younger sons who were doing it, even though that she was a dynamo, she was a dynamic woman. And so they had to sue. We ended up winning the lawsuit. And I'm pretty sure had that not happened, I don't know what I'd be doing today. Family members involved with the dairy now, my brother Paul and I would represent the current 5th generation, and Paul's sons Josh and Jake are involved in the operation, and my son Jordan, and so they'd be the 6th generation. And you know, we have a lot of really great employees here that are like family. Tyler Schaefer is our dairy manager, and he's tremendous. And my wife, Janina, is also a very key person to our operation. You know, a lot of people have a lot of different hobbies. Jordan and I, both of our hobbies is looking at bulls, trying to figure out what bulls are gonna fit. And to be honest, it's the only thing in the long run that separates one farm from the next, is how good a job you can do figuring out what the next bull to use, or what it is that's gonna mate well with this, or thinking that all through. I know it's crazy to even talk like that, but I really enjoy it. Like on an afternoon that I get that I'm not busy, you'll find me just looking at bulls or trying to put bulls in my head or trying to figure, you know, this is a bull I really look, you know, I never have somebody drive into my yard and sell me a bull. It's being delivered or the tank is being sent because it's a thought out conclusion or an ends to a means of this is the absolute, and I'm always excited when I get new semen to use. If I'm not excited about it, I bought the wrong bull, or I didn't get the right thing if I'm not excited. And I guess at my age, I guess it's still good to be excited about that if you're gonna do it. Because if you're not gonna be excited about it, you should have someone else do it. And so our approach to genetics for cow people means we want to breed animals, be it male or female, that the industry will look at and no matter who you are in the industry, say, yep, this animal is what we want. It's got the production, it's got the conformation or the type, it's got the longevity, it's got everything that we need to feel confident in using this. Our goal is to include as much genetics in an animal's portfolio. Like our high production bulls probably have more type than what the production guys would want. We want to make balanced genetics, but yet still have something that appeals to everybody that's in the business. So I know that's kind of sounding like we're kind of maybe not solely focused on one thing at a time. That's for a reason. We want to give people more than what they think that they should be getting when they buy semen. And they make daughters of a bull or whatever that it is. We want them to say, wow, that really worked out good. We should use more of that farm's genetics because we like those daughters. And if you're gonna have we want to be long-standing in this business. You want to be long-standing in here, make what people want, and maybe make more than people want. it's been an evolution for us. We didn't used to milk as many cows, and when we did, we used to show more. Therefore, we had more type bulls, or more type animals that we made, females and males. As our farm has evolved and gotten bigger, we still make those high type animals, but we're more focused now on total performance. We want to have females and males that kind of do everything. Last a long time, make high component milk, be good solid cows to look at. Have good functional, don't get mastitis, don't become lame, have good calving ease. Everything that goes with the industry right now, I think that's the beautiful thing that genomics has allowed us to do, is to really make complete cattle. We like to think about what's a complementary mating on this really cool cow that's really going to make something that's dynamic or cool. And you know, our size gives us the ability to be wrong once in a while, because when you're swinging for the fence and you're really trying to make something cool, sometimes it doesn't work out, and so you milk your mistakes, or you live with them or whatever, and they're not mistakes. A lot of those are really, really good cows, but not every bull makes it to be what you thought he was going to be. Not every female is as great as, you know, sometimes you flush a heifer and she calves and something goes wrong. She's 3/4 or something, or she whatever. You deal with, or she goes 76 points or worse. You deal with whatever comes your way, right? That's just that's part of progress. But also part of progress is sometimes you win and you take those winning animals and you can really do great things with them. What's next? Well, certainly there's a lot of emerging technologies out there. I mean, whoever thought that we'd be IVFing 4-month-old calves? Whoever thought that we'd be being able to take a snip of an embryo and determine how high that calf is before we put the embryo in? Whoever thought that we'd be looking at CRISPR, in which is going to allow us to combine all these traits? Oh, you want polled on top of the number one animal here, even though there's no polled in the pedigree? Well, we can do that. There's so many things that are coming down the road, and I think what's fun about this is that all this technology, I'm always have been like, bring it on. But from my standpoint, our industry is all about what's yet to come, right? It's for me, that's the number one thing, is what we've done gives us gratification, but what gets us excited is what we can still do, right? And so that might sound cliche or might sound corny, but I'm always much more excited about what is still around the corner, or what we can do, and not what we have done. If you focus too much on what you have done, you're not going to do much in the future. Well, it feels great to be nominated and to win awards, right? Because there's a lot of time in this business where awards just come and go, and you don't know necessarily, you know, why did this person win or that person did. So first of all, it takes somebody to nominate you. So to those that did, thank you very much. And secondly, yeah, it does mean something when you win an award of this level of prestige. It just says that, hey, you know, maybe all your efforts have paid off.
Hello. Well, there is certainly a lot more people in this room than I remember being at these before. This is a big turnout. So mix things up a little bit. There's a lot of things going on in the news these days. And the other day, Brother Paul and I were visiting. We're talking about the Tylenol that's in the news. And Paul got to thinking, we should really ask our mom if, while she was pregnant with me, she ingested, she had a lot of Tylenol, so he called her. She said, I didn't take a lot of Tylenol, only when I was hungover. So there's not a word of that is true, but I thought it'd be a fun little way to start. First of all, thank you to the people that nominated us and the Dairy Shrine and all you do for the business. If you saw all the people that came across the stage over the years, there's so many people that have been recognized and this organization has been great for. It's expensive going to college and getting through all that. It's both humbling and inspiring to be considered for and winning this breeder award. First, humbling, because only one breeder wins this award per year, and let's face it, there's a lot of great organizations out there. We do draw inspiration from winning awards. It tells us that efforts aren't going unnoticed. Now, I'm happy that at least most of you didn't start laughing when I used the word humble, so thank you for holding back on that. We're aware that our farm has a unique place in our industry, and we recognize that we've had some tremendous achievements. There's hardly a statistic in our business that we don't have a leading position in, and in many areas dominant, and for many years. No other herd has been atop of Holstein Association performance cows, gold medal dams, dam of merits, lifetime production cows, total excellent cows, even all-American nominations. We've had quite a run over the years at Siemers Holsteins, and we're very gratified to all that have helped us get all these things done. Recently, many bulls carrying the Siemers or Sandy Valley prefixes have been near or on top of the list, and we fare very well on customer satisfaction bulls. This last part is that we're most proud of and ties in directly to our slogan, genetics for cow people. We know there are males and females, depending upon, especially the net merit list, might not always be on top. But all of our bulls and cow families are from really good sire stacks and families that we believe and trust. So we want people that buy our genetics to be able to use those genetics with confidence. We've been fortunate to have bred 3 cows named Holstein International Cow of the Year. And this year we have another very sharp knife in the quiver for this year's competition. So if you haven't already voted, there's a little hint. No other farm has had more than one. So we've been able to develop some really cool cows and cow families over the years. This brings up the most important part of the conversation. I brought up our herd and some statistics and whatever that we've had. And we've had great cows and we've purchased some great cows. But the thing that makes everything possible is our people. It doesn't really matter how good your cows are if your team doesn't do a great job of taking care of them. It's hard to get that performance without a great diet, including top quality forages that we try to prioritize through the year. It's hard to build new dairies, remodel old ones, or purchase top females if your operation doesn't produce profits. First, I want to bring up the generations that have come before on our dairy. We've always been family owned and are currently farming with our 5th and 6th generations. We need to acknowledge the generations that laid the foundations for our success. While none of our previous generations have won any national awards, they built a successful business and taught the current generations so many important lessons. As everyone knows, family businesses aren't always an easy thing. And as someone once said, all families are screwed up, it's just a matter to what degree. That person might have been me. With that, I want to thank a bunch of people. I want to thank Paul and I, the current owners. We want to thank our brother and sister, David and Sherry, for everything that they did within our business. Paul and I were a fair bit younger than Sherry and David growing up, so we were referred to our family collectively as the boys. Paul and I have always gotten along really well, and we share on our dairy from years ago. We share a ridiculously small office. I think it's about 10 by 12, and we've been in that office together for 30 years. It helps us know each other's business all the time, and in there, we can sometimes cram 4, 5, 6 people on decision making, but it's been home to a metric ton of decision making over the years. I want to thank Paul's wife, Jenny, for everything she's done over the years. Paul and Jenny's son, Josh and Jake, make up part of Generation 6. Josh helps lead our outside team and also manage our manure processing room that's associated with our digester. Josh is married to Emily, and they have a daughter, Eden, and a son, Eli. Jake serves as our dairy's feed manager. He was recently married in May to Michaela. Michaela's pretty awesome. Michaela works in the cheese business, currently with Sartori. Lauren, Paul and Jenny's daughter, currently works at Kennard Farms, and that is Jenny's family in Kewaunee County. And she's engaged to be married in November. Over the years, we've always had good employees, but we've never relied on a group or had more talented individuals like we have in recent years. I want to start by acknowledging Tyler Schaefer, our dairy manager. We had too much going on today. He was planning on being here, but per usual, he couldn't get away because he's so dedicated to our farm. Tyler's been with us now for 12 years and has been instrumental making our dairy into what it is today. And I also want to thank her wife. She couldn't make it either because she has to put up with his hectic schedule. We also want to thank some of our professional team for coming to support us. Troy Schneider, our attorney, is right down here, and I want to thank him for his ability to get things done for us in a hurry as some of our stuff comes up quickly. I know that my wife probably wouldn't agree with that because nothing goes fast enough for her. And also, there's a bunch of his clients that probably wouldn't appreciate me saying that he drops their stuff to do ours. It doesn't always work that way. And Dave LeCount sitting next to him. Dave LeCount is our, I consider him to be the finest nutritionist in eastern Wisconsin. But I guess I can't really say that without saying, Troy, you're like one of the better attorneys, aren't you? Yeah, I would say, yeah, for farm law in eastern Wisconsin, he certainly is. A lot of good stories over the years and battles that we've taken on. And back to Dave. Dave, thanks for trying to hold us accountable in our nutrition meetings, and we all look, at least I certainly look forward to our nutrition meetings that we have. First, we have some people here from Compeer, our bankers. First off, they don't like me bringing this up, but Manitowoc County isn't exactly a Compeer county. It's a long story how we got to be a Compeer client, and also Bill and Tom and the team there, when we started together, it was an ideal situation because we were between bankers when we were building the new dairy and everything, but we couldn't be happier how that has all worked out. And we were recently looking for a new insurance person, DRP, LRP, LGM. I heard great things about Amber O'Brien. Amber's new to our team, but so far she's doing a great job and look forward to working more with her. So next up, I want to talk about our genetic partners. First off, CMEX and Paul Trapp. We've worked with Paul for many years, and we've always appreciated his abilities and friendship. And hopefully I didn't get any boos from Team Select Sires because that you guys are next on the list here. To the team at Select Sires, your partnership with us has truly been a blessing. Hopefully to both parties, and hopefully there's more heads going up and down and side to side in the room, but we've had a great partnership. So many people to thank. We'll start with Dave. Dave, congratulations on your big award and a lifetime of leadership. To Kevin Jorgensen, our farm sire analyst and longtime best friend, and like a second father to Jordan. Thanks, brother. Jeff Ziegler. Jeff took a chance hiring Jordan to be a sire analyst when Jordan was still in college. Hopefully, Jeff, that was a good decision. Jury's still out on that one too, I'm sure, but yeah, not really bad. Our farm's strength and our genetics has much to do with our partnership, and here's to it never ending. So if I had a drink to toast everyone selecting a bit in this room, our partnership together is a great one, and here's to it never ending. Almost done, just a couple more people to thank. To my wife, Janina. Much of what needs to be said was said a few years ago when you were up here accepting the Dairy Woman of the Year award. You were ahead of us all then and still are today. I could stand here for the next 20 minutes extolling your virtues, but all that needs to be said is that you have meant so many to so many in this room and to everyone who knows you. You're a rare person that truly makes a difference. Also, pretty excited when our younger son Connor recently came back to the farm, and he's now working there as well. So, I only have one person left to thank, and he goes by many names. Bubba, Pooter, some worse names, some, well, a few better, but to some he's just Jordan. Back to my super not modest nature, Siemers Holsteins could have won this award a long time ago. We've been, but it wouldn't have meant as much because it is only in recent years have we become kind of a household name or had all the bulls or done a lot of the things that we have. And we have, our prefix, our slogan, Lambda Paris, Hanker, all the cows' names that now are on a lot of these pedigrees are on the list. Charlie Will pulled me aside a few years ago at Expo to tell me about what an extraordinary talent that he thinks that Jordan is, and I honestly think he was kind of being serious. It was pretty heartfelt. As much as we've all accomplished so far, the best part is our future. I can't imagine being more proud to hand over the reins to a better generation than our young people that we have on our team. So that concludes our comments. Thank you to everyone involved. I'm sure you'll attend the Select Sire social hours after this. I'm always happy to promote someone else's hospitality like it was mine. So God bless everyone in attendance and have a great Expo week. Thank you.